Bitcoin continuing to dump alongside global markets and every other crypto. It's all over right now. I just went long and bought a fat sack of Solana. We'll discuss why I did that, even though I do, of course, think we're in a bear market and things could still drop. We're going to discuss my trades, all the news driving markets, and why I now sign on 3 minutes late every single time, just because it makes this guy, Scott, really, really emotionally triggered and upset. Let's go.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. There it is. There he is. See? Scott wants you to know I'm late again. Every day I see that, and then I just delay like another minute or two. But yeah, guys, hope you're doing great. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel and go ahead and just let your head fall painfully onto the like button, because this might be the only thing that you really like today. Because
oh no, we suck again.
Yeah, guys, we've been looking for people to liquidate in their shorts instead of they're liquidating their longs. How are you guys doing today? Where are you guys checking in from over here? Where's everyone coming for? Invert the chart up only. I like that. Lash the smike button. You guys can lash the hell out of that smike button. Michael's eating ramen today. Yeah, this show is now sponsored by ramen, actually. Looking for ramen to do a leverage buyout of my entire brand. Just give it to ramen. We got Asheville, North Carolina. Beautiful. You ever go? I used to whitewater kayak the French Broad, Nantahala, Pigeon Forge, all that, all the time. It's kind of my area. I love it there. Love it there. Michigan. Brady's checking in from Please Help. We got Columbia. Remember 42K? Good times. Yeah, it was 42K every day. Finally, we're not at 42K. Kind of still near it, though. Clubber Lang, Pain. I pity the fool. That was a pretty good Mr. T. I've never done that before. Clubber Lang is from Rocky 3. My dogs, when I was a kid, were Rocky and Clubber. We got Germany, Sweden in the house. Ireland. That's a land of ire. Wales. What's up? Nice glasses. Those aren't glasses. That's my face. Pittsburgh. Mozambique. For real, for real? That's cool. DC. Canada. Just throws that flag up there. Wichita. ATL, bitch. Cool. We got London, Colombia, South Africa, Scotland, Switzerland. Man, you guys from all over the damn place. Love it. Scott's from Tulsa. He's mad. He's mad in Tulsa. I'm late. Riyadh, cool. What's up? Fairfax, Columbia, India. Man, this is fun. Okay, wow. There's not. Oh, I just scrolled down. My bad, guys. There's too many. Too many. MARS. Mars, bitches. Yeah. Anyways, whoo, market looks stanking hard, right? We were hoping to pushing against support. We were in that range. I drew the thing. Well, now we're not in the range anymore. We're below it, which puts us in another range. And listen, just because you don't like it doesn't mean you don't try to take an objective view of what's going on with the market. As I've said countless times, above 53K, good. Below 42K, bad. Below 39.6, worse. Right? And now we're in a range, probably. We're going to see where the weekly closes. Too early. But now we're sort of in a range between 42 and 28, having exited the range between 42 and 53. But for me, ooh, salivating. Like a juicy steak. Looking at all these prices and kind of like, yeah, everyone's kind of sad today. Nothing wrong with that. I definitely woke up this morning and was like, for real. You know, I'm not saying I was like overly emotional about the market, but I was definitely slightly triggered. I was like, fuck, this sucks. It was like 38, you know, it was like 38.5, and then it went to like 37 something. And I was like, God damn it. This sucks. Like, now are we really in for more pain? I don't know. But yeah, if your emotions are any guide, then the worse you're feeling, the better the situation probably actually is. Start looking here at the news, though. Let's talk about things, guys. It's going to be fine. Remember, this is group therapy. Dial 1-800-MIX-A-LOT. Kick them nasty thoughts. Maybe out bad. All right, here we go. Bitcoin dips below 40K. Where y'all been, man? We went long below that during broader Asia market sell-off. Ether, Solana, other layer one coins also slipped during Asia trading day. So yeah, down 8% the last 24 hours, 10% on ETH, Solana and Cardano, 9 and 10%, just getting a little extra. Here's what people had to say. Here's what the pundits had to say. Crypto markets have been sitting on a critical support level for some time. True. Macro market weakness is causing a sell-off in risk assets. Probably true. Further continuation of this sentiment will likely see Bitcoin trade in the mid-30s. Well, yeah, I mean, we're there. What's the mid-30s count to you? 33 to 36? All right, we're just above that, right? What's notable here is there's been a lot of liquidations, but open interest still pretty high. And last I checked, funding rates were still positive. Like there's still, I hate to say, a lot of optimism in this market. Yeah, I mean, you can look here, right? Predicted funding rates are green. People are still getting long like me, right? I am too. Don't blame them. But yeah, people are still largely getting long here. And, you know, we used to see on these big moves, we'd see like, you know, 1 billion liquidated on Bitcoin. Now we're seeing a couple 100 million. So open interest still pretty high. Still a lot of leverage in the market. Here they're talking about talk of the town this week is the latest jump in bond yields. You know, I've had a lot of guests on my show who kind of pointed to the fact that if U.S. Treasuries hit 2% yield, then that would be a signal that it was doomed to despair and death for the stock market. It was like at like 1.7 or something last I checked. So listen, guys, we all know that if the market goes completely risk off and everyone sells off everything, Bitcoin is highly liquid. It sells off first. That happened in March of 2020. We have evidence. That's not the important part. The important part is that it went up 17 times from there while the stock market doubled, right? Many would say, listen, like what would you buy first if there was a big, really big, like global market crash? You'd buy Bitcoin, right? You'd buy Bitcoin because it's going to go back up the most. But listen, like there's not all bad news. Like we're seeing major adoption of crypto all over the damn place. And 38K was a level that like, Three Arrows Capital was kind of pointing at it. Mike Novogratz was like 38K will be the bottom, bro. That was like 2 weeks ago. Here we are, 38K. Here we are, 38K. Let's take a look at the charts. Weekly chart. As I tweeted earlier, we should rebrand it to weekly, spelled WEAKLY. Weekling. From weekly to weekling. Edgar blames it on the rain. That's good. Blame it on the rain that was falling. It's Milli Vanilli. They didn't actually sing their own songs. They didn't actually say what's Sailor doing? I don't know. Last I was at his house a couple months ago, and he was yachting. But he's still yachting. Yeah. Here we go. So look, let's take a look at the weekly. Okay. Bullish market structure is broken. It is. Sorry. We had we had low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, high. Actually, the macro one would be here. Low, high, low, high. Either way you look at it. Let's say it from here. This is the one we were counting from. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Lower low, lower high. Now, not only do we have a lower low in this sequence, but we've broken this higher low. We have violated 39,600. And so that puts us, like I said, squarely back in this sort of other range. You can view these black lines as the ranges we've been in generally, right? 69 to 53, kind of were all this. 42 or 39, depending on how you look at it. I look at it 42 to 53, and then now we're back in the range from the breakdown of May, right? We broke 42 in May and traded all the way down to 28. So I would say right now that we have a potential scenario where we, instead of doing all this here, we now do all this here for a while, right? Not saying that's what's going to happen. I have no idea. That's what happened. That's what the chart says. We all know you take charts with a grain of salt. They don't really tell us what's going on. They're risk management tools, but that is what the chart says here, right? And so we would love as bulls 2 days from now to see this look like this, right? A long wick down and a close above 39,600. It's not that far away. You know what we like even better? If somehow we got back above 42. Then we wouldn't even have a break of 42. We did have this nice candle here. It looked like a reversal, but we always talk about you got to wait for confirmation because look, kind of similar, right? Kind of similar. And then you have a down candle after. It's it means that you don't get confirmation of that potential reversal candle. Don't get a confirmation of that potential reversal candle. So listen, guys, we should eventually at least come back up to the 50 MA to retest it as a mean reversion trade. That's like 48,000 right now. But we are squarely below the 50 MA. I haven't even looked, but when's the last time this happened? A lot of people point to this as a main thing. That was March 2020. From February all the way until May. We really were below it. Blah, right? Rah. That's kind of looking kind of similar here. So maybe we trade, chop around below that, and we can use that as a gauge for when we're going to be back above. Bottom line, right now we want to see at least the weekly closing above 39,600, ideally 41,986. I would say that looks pretty unlikely. Looks pretty unlikely. I'm looking at what you guys are talking again. Pour again forever. That seems bad. Pour again forever. But yeah, so guys, that's the weekly view in my estimation. Okay. Nothing horrible. Too early to tell. If we close above this would be an incredible sweep of liquidity. That would give us that bottom around 38,000 a lot of people were pointing to, and would definitely be a massive bear trap, right? If you're a whale, you try to trap everyone. That'd be a massive bear trap. Looking at the daily, you can see we actually still haven't lost 39,600 even on the daily, because today has been a savage candle of death, doom, despair, hate, and misery. All of those things. All those things. Major increase in volume here on this selling. Nothing compared to what we saw at the beginning of December, but still, yeah. And when you look now, the biggest candles in this range after that, they've all been selling, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the biggest candles we've had in the last month. Monthly channel chart, someone just asked. It looks miserable. Looks miserable, horrible, and terrible. But we're only 3 weeks into the month. You can pull it up. What is it? Yeah, it's bad. Bad. You know? Just ideas. Which one is it? Monthly channel. Yeah. This is the favorite monthly chart, right? Every single time that this EQ, the dash line, is broken as support or resistance, you've traveled to the top or bottom accordingly. Not this time so far. And now the monthly is trading way below. So maybe we chop around for a while. The channel comes up and we stay in this range. Could happen for quite a while here. Could happen. Maybe we just absolutely moon and this ends up being support. But yeah, right now we're trading squarely below that without much view that it's going to end up back above. Here on the daily, see, it would be sweet if today closed above 39,600. That would be also an epic bullish SFP, sort of, which means for those, I keep using these terms. SFP is a swing failure pattern. The idea being that to find liquidity, whales push prices up or down into a key area. Pushing down here below 39,600 finds liquidity. Why? Because remember, this is saying they're selling down because they want to buy. Right? Seems counterintuitive, but they need to find liquidity to fill big orders. So they push price down like this. This was a hell of a trap to show they could potentially be doing that. They push price down here to buy. Why? Because if you were long already from like 39,006, any of these, you probably put your stop in here, right? You viewed your invalidation below that. What's a stop loss on a long? It's a sell order, right? And then late shorters, you talk about punishing late shorters, whether that's the case here or not. They short that breakdown, right? They short that breakdown. What is a short? It's a sell order. So now you have all these sell orders selling right into your willing buying arms. I'm not saying that's what's happened, but that's what we talk about with a bullish SFP. Of course, that's not an SFP unless we close back above 39,573. That's your daily view. So yeah, like I told you guys, I went long again. So to wrap up the previous trade, which I've kept you guys abreast of this entire time, I went long at 39,800 on this dip right here. Sold 50% right when it pumped back up to 42,000, right? I took maybe 10, 15% more off the table at various levels here. And then, as I told you, I moved my stop loss into profit. So my stops were about 41,400. And so I stopped out yesterday on the drop. Stopped out yesterday on the drop in profit. So every sell was in major profit. It was a huge trade, big, huge trade. Luckily got out right before this dip. I wasn't necessarily looking for another trade here, but then I woke up and I was like, wow, people are really super depressed. We're at that 38,000 level. We're very oversold. There's a lot of things to like here, but it should be very, very clear. A, you never do what anyone else does because you have no idea how I'll manage a trade, even though I do try to update it. Maybe you'll miss that tweet, right? And then like 3 months later, you'll be like, bro, I'm liquidated. And I'll be like, I exited that shit 2 months and 29 days and 17 hours ago. Right? And then you'll blame me. The first thing you need to do right now, right? Isn't that the title? What's the title of this stream today? You on YouTube? What's the title of my stream? Will crypto continue to fall? Yeah, one of the other titles that he had put up was like, what should you do now? And my answer was going to be like, A, I don't know, but B, find someone to blame, obviously, for your problems. Like blame me, find another influencer to blame because they were too bullish, or maybe just blame the stock market. But it's definitely not your fault that you're losing money. Can't be your fault. Has to be someone else's. But yeah, so my premise was obviously we finally broke this level. But I'm playing, to be clear, if I'm playing with leverage, A, I have very defined risk. I'll never lose more than 1% of my portfolio. I'm playing for a bounce. I'm not trying to like ride this to 69,000, right? To me, it's a good place to make money, potentially move my stops up into profit if things go well, and then continue on. I also took a small position with the potential of adding to it below. Right, here we go. You can see these are now our key 4-hour levels. The next one's 37,300. I put that on the chart, right? For now, we have a nice bounce kind of back up to this area, but we want to see a little more action there. As you can see, we're squarely below that range that we were trading in. This is a savage 4-hour chart. I mean, this is disgusting. Major spike in volume. Basically, all selling. Well, let's take a look at RSI, because you know my favorite thing in the whole world, maybe besides my wife and children and family, is oversold bullish divergence, which we do not have yet. But we do have Bitcoin hitting oversold on the 4-hour on that first dip, and now making a potential higher low on RSI and a lower low on price. Lower low on price. Has not confirmed. We have 38 more minutes and would still need it to go up. And this is a very tight window, because if it closes above 38,459, it won't be there, right? And if it closes below but then continues down and does not make a divergence, it won't be there. Tight window. Manage your risk. I like that it's already there on the 1-hour, right? Already here on the 1-hour with no hidden bearish divergence after building more bullish divergence on the hourly. I like to see them build hourly, 4-hour, 6-hour, 12-hour. Etc. Right? There you go. 4-hour potential bullish divergence. This is sort of the premise of my trade, jumping in a bit early. 6-hour oversold. 12-hour, well, back to really oversold. RSI at 25. RSI at 25. Haven't been this low in a long time. Well, actually, it was there in December. RSI at 25. Really oversold. Daily. Oh, well, now I got to delete these, right? Because I didn't do it. Daily, properly oversold, like really oversold for the first time since May. May it hit 23.5. We're at 25.3. Last time it was at oversold was March 2020, and before that had been a while, right? And yeah, no potential bullish divergence right now on the daily unless we see a major pump to end the day. But this is very, very, very oversold. Sentiment is also death. SPX, someone saying SPX is being slaughtered. I haven't even looked. Just stock market getting destroyed. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's bad. SPX could break the 200 daily MA today. That's not a thing. That's been since 2020. So yeah, stonks looking miserable. Markets are looking bad. Markets are looking bad, and Bitcoin is not going to be immune to that in the short term. I think we all know that. What do I got left? Well, here on the hourly chart, if you want a little hopium, we have a nice little descending channel. Theoretically, maybe we break over. But yeah, my entry, by the way, 38,100. 38,100 on this. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If I lose, then I will have taken a very small loss on a trade after massive losses of death and despair in my portfolio. Guys, my portfolio looks just as bad, probably a lot worse than all of yours, because I believe this shit's going to all go back up eventually, and I'm willing to sit here and watch it. That's how we roll. How we roll. Ether altcoins tank with Bitcoin as decoupling narrative goes up in smoke. Centralized liquidity appears to be dictating the market value of cryptocurrencies, promising decentralization. Man, these are kind of like these headlines. Actually, I love these headlines because it's starting to get so negative. So negative. Right? Ether altcoins tank with Bitcoin as decoupling there. So did we really ever have a decoupling narrative? By the way, it's saying that basically there was a narrative that altcoins were decoupling from Bitcoin. Wrong. We never had that narrative. We always know that if Bitcoin makes a major move, all altcoins suffer alongside it generally. And a decoupling from the stock market, it had been decoupled. And then that's what I hate about this, right? Like I said, we scream correlation when everything goes down together. But what about the other 90% of the time when that's not happening? Right? Of course, like you don't have that many combinations of the ways things can go when they're both going down. Of course, it says they're correlated, right? It says they're correlated. But yeah, that's basically the idea here is that equities are playing spoil sport, and maybe we have more pain ahead because we're going to see rate hikes all year, which, by the way, I believe are priced in, and we know. And now we're back to talking about Chinese New Year. Every year, it's Chinese New Year. The Chinese are selling. Did you guys forget that crypto's been banned in China? Really? Like literally like 95% of the crypto that was in China is gone, and we're still talking about Chinese New Year selling. Chinese New Year selling. Oh, this is amazing. My brother told me this morning, I told you not to buy that shit. That's a good bottom signal. Yeah, it's a good bottom signal. Yeah, I like that. But we're still talking about Chinese New Year. But the Chinese don't have crypto anymore, right? Right. Anyways, they mentioned Ethereum and Solana. ETH, guys, I drew this out. It's potentially there, right? I told you, I know it was a sloppy drawing, but I said I'd be interested in ETH if we see some bullish divergence. Not in play on the daily on Bitcoin, but very much in play on the daily in Ethereum if we can stop near here. That is appealing to me. I dig that. And same one right here. Maybe I should have gone long ETH if this closes above. And Solana, guys, I bought a bunch of Solana today. You know, I've been like having that, like I missed Solana FOMO for a very long time. To be clear, in the words of Peter Brandt I had Peter Brandt on my show Trade Gods a while back, and he said, I tell my kids this. I tell them, buy a good company, buy a good company, and then hope that the price goes down 50% so that you can buy some more. Hope that you can buy some more. So if Solana continues to dip now, I will buy, but this is a good place to me to start, right? $260. Like I said before on Twitter, people will literally they'll go buy like pants that are 2 sizes too small, like clam diggers, and old moldy loaf of bread because it's on sale, but you won't buy your favorite coin when it's like 60% off. Humans are so weird about investments. Enjoy your moldy bread. I'm going to start a Solana position here at 116 because A, it is strong support, and B, if it crashes, I'll just buy more because I believe Solana will be much higher in 5 years, and I've waited through all of this. I bought at 177, sold at 181 when I thought it was going to go down because that was too high for me. That was a trade. Now I'm starting to think, wow, Solana looks like it's at a price where we can invest. Oh, I see Emmy has a take. I haven't read it yet. Here's my take. China and Russia ban. Bad. COVID, Omicron. And Russia war causing markets to tank. Walmart will buy in at 20K and we'll be at 50K by summer. Damn, dude. Shit is deep. You should come in here. I don't even know why I do my job anymore. I mean, Walmart's coming, guys. Walmart's coming. Coming into the metaverse, to a metaverse near you. Go into the metaverse and see like really large people in skin colored tights and you can't tell if they're wearing pants or if they're naked. That's like a Walmart thing. Confederate flags, Americana. That's a pretty good take. Oh, 20K. Ooh, that's pain. I don't want to do that. Love you. I don't want to do that. We could do it. It could happen. But that's, oh man, don't have makeup on, or I would. If I could do it on Zoom, we could, like, you do like the natural Zoom makeup, but StreamYard gets all the like wrinkles and like the dry skin and all that. That Zoom doesn't. StreamYard doesn't cover any of that, unfortunately. So yeah, Solana. That's my thinking. I'm not saying Solana bounces here. I'm saying, bro, I'm going to be here in 3 years, and so is Solana, and I think it's going to trade higher than this. Scott, now we know who runs the household. Yeah, our children. Our children run the household. Man, everybody knows that. She's not an emu. She's a person, William. She's not an emu. She's a person. Emmy does TA. No, she handles the FA. She handles the FA. She's the fundamental analyst, has the in on Walmart. Yeah, kids do. Kids run the house. It's true. Yeah, it's how it is. How we roll. Anyways, that's charts. That's the charts. Here we go. More news. The Fed finally released their long-awaited crypto report, but was actually just a central bank digital currency report. Right? Digital currency report. And Fed takes key step in deciding on U.S. digital currency issuance. Central banks seek public feedback on government-backed coin. Like, they're going to listen to us. Give me a fucking break. Issuance seen as having big implications for financial system. Oh, you think? Oh, you think that doing a central bank digital currency and taking all your money could be slightly impactful? But yeah, first of all, what's an interesting take from Bloomberg is, like, they kind of have to, right? Look, ensure the U.S. dollar's dominance as the central bank grapples with fast-growing private cryptocurrencies and coins issued by other nations. Did you ever think we'd be in a world where the Fed would put out a report and be like, we probably need to do a central bank digital currency because we're getting crushed by Tether and USDC? But that's the reality. We don't have a Fed-backed digital dollar, or crypto dollar, as my friend Mike McGlone likes to say. But we have them, and people all over the world can use them. And they're basically the same but better as dollars, and they're not issued by the United States government. You should probably get off your lazy asses and get yourself a central bank digital currency, right? But then they went into all the reasons that it could be risky. Like, we could get our whole shit hacked, right? We have a central bank digital currency, and the Fed gets hacked. That'd be bad. That'd be bad. Some Mr. Robot type shit, right? They also said, it could maybe be, depending on how we do it, could potentially be a violation of people's privacy. Yeah. You think that maybe the Fed having a window into every single one of your transactions, the government might be slightly problematic? Yeah, seems pretty problematic. There you go. Tempting for hackers, you think? Yeah, sure. So listen, bottom line, they're going to start talking about the digital dollar. It will inevitably happen, but I have a feeling the United States will take a very, very long time to do it. But it's here. The Fed is actually talking about it. Now Congress, president, Fed doesn't make the law, right? And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of how they do it and when they do it and how much privacy we still have if they choose to do it. Here's my favorite article today. MicroStrategy block PayPal stock stumble alongside crypto rout. Okay. The latest crypto downturn coincides with a bearish run in traditional markets, including several notable crypto adjacent companies. Okay, first of all, correlation, causation, right? Like assigning correlation to things when everything is going down is absurd. Like, everything's going down, it must be this thing's fault that thing's going down. Right. But the article goes on to tell you, first of all, the SPX, the stock market was down more than 1% yesterday. Right. And it's getting crushed today. But then here's the case of the article: Bitcoin crypto market dragging down Bitcoin related companies. Then it goes on to say Square was down 0.44%. Bitcoin was down like 8%. Square was down 0.44% and down less than the stock market. But Bitcoin's dragging it down. Next, PayPal, which made headlines in November 20 when it announced all U.S. account holders could buy and sell cryptocurrency through its platform, also in the red, 0.16%, guys. 0.16%. So the PayPal was down like an implied single day of volatility when the entire market was down. Bitcoin was down far worse, but it's Bitcoin's fault. 0.16%. And Coinbase stock, of course, because it dies when Bitcoin dies, was checks chart up 1% yesterday. Up 1%. Man, dude, come on. For like, we'll be like, and then you go on to say, hey, traditional markets are dragging down crypto, but crypto's dragging down traditional market stocks. Make up your mind. I ain't mad. Listen, I get it. We all need to search for narrative. Here's your narrative. World's pretty fucked up right now. There's your narrative. Get it? Wait, Louis Anderson died? Really? I saw that Meatloaf died. His name was Robert Paulson. Too soon. That's sad, though. He won't do that. What was that song about? So like, and I won't do that. He would do anything for love, but he won't do that. Apparently the thing he wouldn't do, if you read about the song, was that he wouldn't like cheat like some other woman or something. Like maybe you guys can tell me, what wouldn't he do? Emmy's stock market source says Wall Street is worried the economy is slowing and the Fed can't defend the market anymore. That's right. But what is the Fed? That's absolutely right. People are afraid that the Fed won't print enough money to save them. It's 100% right. But what's going to happen when the market draws down like 20%? Fed is going to reverse their policy. Stop printing. Tell you how weak the economy is and that they need to step in. And it's only temporary. Transitory. Meatloaf, what wouldn't he do? Well, no, what he wouldn't do. Nobody has any dogs. But I mean, we could Google it. What wouldn't Meatloaf do? He would do anything for love, but he won't do that. Meatloaf explains his most misunderstood lyric. Sorry, guys, I'm reading. People aren't going to know what that is. Of course they are. How can they not know? He goes on. They're not gonna. It's the line before every chorus. There's 9 of them, I think. The problem lies because what the fuck? That doesn't give me any answers. I have no answers. One thing he probably wouldn't do, give up PF Chang's lettuce wraps, which he revealed are his post-gig treat of choice. That's very helpful. But I will say, like, I'm not a fan of PF Chang's, but those lettuce wraps are fucking bomb. I would do anything. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things maybe he wouldn't do for love. Like, what if his wife, the girl he's singing to, was like, I love you, which is why I need like to be polyamorous with 3 other dudes. Yeah, I'd do anything for love, but I'm not down with that. Not gonna do like that cuckold thing and watch or whatever. It's weird. He won't do that. Right? I'll never. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, rip Meatloaf. Apparently Louis Anderson died as well. Which people are saying over here. I cannot confirm that. But that's sad. He was a very funny comedian, and I loved his cameo in Coming to America. Twitter begins rolling out access to NFT profile pictures. You guys see this? You can now connect your wallet to Twitter. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you can connect your wallet to Twitter. You get a little check mark that shows that the NFT is actually yours in your avatar. Instead of being able to just steal anyone's JPEG and put it and be like, bro, that's my ape. No, that's like Eminem's ape, dude. Everybody knows that. It's literally Eminem's. Right? Literally M&Ms. And then you can show that you actually own it. Very cool, nice integration. Something I've been talking about doing for a while. There's only available to Twitter Blue people, but I think that's like $2 a month. I use it because I can now edit my tweets within a minute, which is huge because I'm terrible at editing. Stop lying. Louis had a long battle with cancer. I didn't know that. I don't think you're talking to me. I wasn't lying. I don't know. So what are people saying? But yeah, so there you go. So you get to put your avatar up as a NFT. Huge for mainstream adoption. Another big step by Twitter. And then Elon Musk slams Twitter NFT play amid ongoing spam bot activity. Yeah, and you know what? I think there's a false equivalency, but it's a valid criticism. Twitter is spending engineering resources on this BS while crypto scammers are throwing a spam bot block party in every thread. The spammers and scammers on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else are out of control. Instagram scammers now are using videos of me with my children to prove to people in DMs that they're me before they steal their money. Right? Kind of feels like you want to take everything offline and cancel all of your accounts. It's disgusting. And yes, Twitter should absolutely be dealing with all of the knockoff scammers and spam underneath every single one of our threads, but I don't think that that has anything to do with like adding NFTs, right? Do one, do both, maybe do both, maybe do both. What is that? Someone, what do you guys, yeah. No, it's not. I don't have Twitter Blue and I have access to it. That their announcement is that it's Twitter Blue. That's the official announcement. Says Twitter Blue. Look. I might be wrong, but Twitter Blue introduces NFT profile pictures for subscribed iOS users. Maybe it's available to everyone. I don't know. But then shockingly, that would mean that the news is reporting this wrong. Anywho, yeah, more accurate, probably. Okay, Adidas Originals and Prada announce a user-generated NFT project. This is really cool. You submit your art, and then they're going to do a Beeple type thing where they take like thousands of them, 3,000, put them together in one minted NFT and print it. There's a joint effort between Adidas and Prada. And what's cool about it is that the owners of each individual NFT will receive a percentage of the auction sale of Adidas or Prada's resource, right? Really cool. So you get to submit your art. If it gets chosen, you get a percentage of the payment on the project. Just another cool way brands are using NFTs. And finally, Mayor Adams to receive first paycheck in cryptocurrency. I mean, let's be real. This dude is dick riding Francis Suarez in Miami and just copying what he does to try to look cool, but we're here for it. We're here for it. He's taking his first paycheck in a combination of Bitcoin and Ethereum. New York is the center of the world. Love that. I mean, I'm kind of a New Yorker, so like whatever. And we want it to be the center of cryptocurrency and other financial innovations. Okay, listen, you're the mayor, so that's a noble goal. But like you're in the state of New York, which is literally the most difficult place to do anything cryptocurrency related on the entire planet of Earth. Right? Entire planet of Earth. So I don't think that's going to happen. New York has already missed the boat on being the center of cryptocurrency innovation, maybe other financial innovation, I would say. I think that ship has sailed, largely moving to Miami. And that's not the mayor's fault. Like I said, I mean, city tax is high, state tax is high, regulators strict. Kind of sucks for cryptocurrency companies. Like even the ones that operate in the United States usually are like, yeah, I'm not messing with New York, but I won't do that. Right? I would use any state for love. I won't do that. Yeah, cannot. Yeah, there you go. Like can't access. I can gamble online. Can't access Celsius. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, pretty interesting that he's going to do it. And so people keep asking, is he getting paid before or after the crash? Yeah, hopefully he's taking his payments today. Where's Bitcoin right now? 38,650. I'm in profit. There's 500 up for my entry. Making money, honey. Man, that ETH. This. I'm gonna be honest. This is calling me. I'm going to be sleeping tonight. It's going to be like, long me. That looks good. Yeah. If we see a daily close like this and we see ETH up tomorrow and we get an elbow here, man, that looks like a mega potential bottom signal for ETH, at least until it goes back to overbought. So maybe, back to like the mid 3s, 4,000. Yeah, I'm not ready to do it yet, but looking at the Bitcoin chart and the Ethereum chart, Ethereum on the daily, kind of a more promising long than Bitcoin if you're going to speculate and take a shot, to be quite honest. So listen, I'm going to hang out for a couple minutes here. Let's talk. I'm going on Crypto Burbs podcast in 15 minutes. I think it's recorded. Meatloaf won't smoke craft. That seems right. It's not Pocky. It's Pookie. Come on, man. P-O-O-K-I-E. Scott, you went from being a crocodile to being a snake. That's just, the thing is, it doesn't look like your icon's a croc. It's pretty much a dinosaur. Just saying. Seems weird. What else you got here? Be right back. It's so sad and boring. Be classy, bro. All right. I'm sorry that you're bored. Sorry about that. Check out the 4-hour reversal candle on Algo. All right. I'll bite on that. Yeah, I know. I'm not sharing my screen share. Oh, yeah. Wow. Big volume. But I won't do that. Maybe that goes back to 124. Hasn't been tested yet. 122. That's nice. That's a nice fat candle. Somebody's buying the shit up out of that. Yeah. That's I bet there's bullish divergence, right? I don't know. Nope. None. Not on the 4-hour, at least. 6, 12. Nope. Just massively oversold. Didn't even get oversold on the daily. Holy crap, man. That shows you how, I mean, I'm not saying it will, but alts could fall still pretty far. Like, what's RSI look like on, I didn't even check this. Yeah, Solana at least is oversold. And if Solana closes higher, it could also get that same bull div as ETH. Yeah, my only concern would be the algo never even got to oversold. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, not looking bad. What else we got? Wow, a lot going on over here. I mean, so many comments. Fear and greed prediction today. People will be very fearful. Let's see. What's the crypto fear and greed? I bet it's at like 20. I haven't looked at it today, but I bet 19. Fear and greed, 19. Last month, we were just scared. Now we're shitting. Now we're pants shitting. Yeah. Shit in the pants. Think we'll keep being scared. Let's see what else we got. Scotty, my first liquidation happened today. Fig, I'm sorry to hear that. But liquidation, to be clear, there's a message to all who decide to use leverage. Liquidation should not be your stop loss. Why did you enter a trade if you could even get liquidated? You don't enter a trade so you know where your stop loss is, and your stop loss should always be above your liquidation. And you should be determining how much leverage you're even bothering to use based on where your stop loss is so that you can't get liquidated. Like, everybody brags, I use such high leverage, bro. A 50x long. Doesn't matter how much leverage you have if your stop loss, like 50x, basic math, a 2% drop in the asset liquidates you. If your stop loss is 1.5% below price, you can use 50x, 25x, 10x, 5x, 1x, doesn't matter. It's just how much money you want to put on the exchange to take the trade. You can take the same size trade, regardless of the leverage, manage your risk, and have a stop loss. You should never get liquidated. When you get liquidated, you actually lose a lot more money than if you had just put a stop $1 above, because the insurance funds can take like BitMEX insurance fund used to, like, some liquidations, like, take 40% more on your loss than if you literally had a stop loss a few dollars above. Yeah. He's right. There's never any reason to lose more than you intend to. Guys, this is really, really important. Really, really important point. You need to know you don't plan for the Lambo you're going to buy. You plan for when shit goes down. I always talk about this in the newsletter and beyond. You plan your loss, not your win. Rule number 1 of trading, protect your capital. Rule number 2, grow your capital. If you keep that in mind, the first thing you do when you enter any trade is look at the size of your portfolio, what percentage you're willing to lose. First thing you do is find your stop loss. Then you look at the size of your portfolio, percentage you're willing to lose, and you size your position accordingly so you can never lose more than you intend. That is the most basic rules of trading that nobody follows. Yeah. But this is a funny comment. Liquidated is a good Friday night. You got liquidated. That's how they say it in Alabama. Yeah. Guys, that's how trading works. Yeah. You remember the guy here who said that he was going to get liquefied. That's even worse than getting liquidated. Even worse. Thank you for telling me to move my stop loss into profit. Got stopped out at work, but in profit barely. Yeah, that was yesterday, and I did say not financial advice. I'm glad it worked out this time. You'd be blaming me if I was wrong, right? If it wicked right down there and went way back up. No, you wouldn't, Dougie, but you know, people. But yeah, you said, listen, you took your first leverage long. You were in profit. You were well in profit. And I said, maybe consider moving that stop loss into profit. And you'd probably be liquefied right now too, right? Yeah. You guys are gambling. You guys are gambling, it sounds like. A lot of gambling going on. You don't want to be doing that. Oh, look, we're back to like 39,000. Caught the bottom again. Did it. No big deal. Not saying this is like the bottom. I'm trading with leverage. It's a bottom. There you go. Look. Perfect little descending channel. Down, up, down. Going up. Yeah. And look. Wow. I will say that's hilarious. Stonks just bounced off the 200 MA and Bitcoin went up. They're correlated assets. Perfectly correlated. Just look at one, you get the other. I was wrong because it happened in 1 hour. Not true. I have someone just said, I have so much to learn. Yeah, so do we from your beard, Rick. We all have to learn how to be awesome. And to be like, somehow you like took what ZZ Top did and made it cooler with like the thin thing. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I got to go. I got to get ready for this podcast. This is it for the week. Hold on tight for the weekend. Hold on tight for the weekend. I'm thinking maybe I'm hoping I long the bottom, right? Scotty Longbottom, my new nickname. No, I'm not saying the generational bottom. I'm saying shit was really likely to bounce right there. In the face of massive losses, at least I can recoup a little bit. I will probably move my stops into profit right now. Guys, been real, been fun. Thanks for hanging out. I am going to, once I can get my mouse over here,
Oh no!
say, oh no, we suck again.
We suck again.
No, I'm not. Let's do this. Need a little inspiration for the weekend, right?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
If these pads were like more sensitive, I could that skills, you know, like I could really freak it, but we can't do that.
I'm rich, bitch.
Bye, Felicia.
That's it.